Hello, thanks for checking in to another episode of the Bourbon Brothers. My name's Gavin.
And my name is Jeff.
And today we're going to be looking at Jim Beam Single Barrel.
Yes, this is one of the newer products from the Jim Beam dynasty, if you will. Everybody knows Beam. They're the most prevalent, bourbon maker in the world from Claremont, Kentucky. They make about 50% of the bourbon consumed in the world.
Yeah.
So they've started to sort of try to catch up with this craft distilling craze a little bit and, do some different variations. This new line single barrel is, from all appearances, a single barrel of the white label.
Right.
Or black label. And on the bottle it says less than 1% of the barrels of Jim Beam qualify to be selected for the single barrel. So that's what we got for today.
Yeah, Jeff, another difference between, besides being a single barrel, is it's a little higher proof here. They have this bottled at, I believe it's 95 proof.
95, so I think the white label is what?
The white label is 80 proof, so quite a bit difference. And that certainly plays out in the nose and the flavor profile in a good way. Let's go ahead and take a nose, shall we, Jeff? So we're getting that typical yeasty Jim Beam, that strain there.
Yeah, the corn, caramel, vanilla, sort of the things you're used to with Beam and bourbon in general.
Yeah, certainly more enjoyable than its small batch brother. However, like with the Jim Beam White, the single barrel has a very narrow flavor notes on the nose. Jeff mentioned the corn, high corn, that vanilla, the caramel, a little bit of oak there. So those four flavors are kind of very, that's kind of the limit that we're at. So all right, Jeff, let's take a taste. Cheers.
Cheers. Well, this isn't always the case, but I think the nose and the taste are pretty much in line.
Right.
You've got definitely the corn, the yeastiness, the sweetness from the the caramel, vanilla type are definitely coming through.
Yeah, definitely cream of corn on the taste there. Strong caramel, vanilla, and then the oak to back it all up. Not too spicy. I do enjoy it much more than a white label. I think the higher proof really helps bring out some of those flavors.
I definitely think it's very smooth as well.
Certainly, yeah.
No alcohol in the taste, very smooth, easy, very drinkable.
Yeah. Not too much to say about this one. It's a single barrel bourbon, so you're going to always get that variability when it comes to the bottle, with the single barrel being different each time. Much better than the Jim Beam White. I think the higher proof really helps. Just those four flavors, those standard Jim Beam, the yeastiness plays a high part in the flavor profile. Yeah. A lot of people don't really appreciate that, but it's different. I enjoy it.
Yeah, I think yeast is one thing that varies from bourbon to bourbon. I know from when I visited the different distilleries of the Bourbon Trail, the yeast is what they think separates their bourbons, taste from other bourbons.
Right.
And you definitely get the yeast, I think, is more so in a lot of Beam products than other products from different distilleries. Pretty short finish.
Yeah, nothing to write home about. No. Fairly short finish. Really just with the corn and the oak lingering just for a short moment. Not a bad bourbon. Jeff, let's talk price for this.
This is retails approximately $35. Okay. Picked this bottle up for $25 on sale. So if you can do that, that's certainly
it's the way to do it.
Way to do it.
All right, so Jeff, for this single barrel, what would you give this score?
I'm gonna go 7.9 out of 10. Okay. It's good for what it is. Not very bold.
Right.
Lower proof end. So for what it is, I think 7.9. It's good.
Yeah, I think the narrow profile really, does it for me in terms of quality. Just the corn, the vanilla, the caramel. Nothing really crazy. Nothing really bold. Sure.
It's certainly, you know, I think better than a lot of the other typical Beam label products.
Yeah, and I think that was really what their point was. You know, Jeff had mentioned less than 1% of the barrels are selected to be Jim Beam single barrel, so it kind of reaches into a different market. You know, the quality.
Yeah.
Everyone's going for the nice rare bourbons right now, but for the price point, I think this is intended to do what
it
does.
Yeah, it does what it's intended to do.
Right.
Think, yeah.
All right, well, that's all we have for you today. Thanks for watching another episode of the Bourbon Brothers. Make sure to give us a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video.
Cheers.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.